morning, everybody. All right, all right, all right. Welcome once again from the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Tyler, Texas. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, new to the channel. We're in Sid Meier's Civilization 6. All right. There are many, many ways to play the game. All right, we're going to start off with a single player game, and we're going to come down here and we're going to hit. Let me see something here. Hold on. Back. Game options. Audio. We're going to turn the music volume way down. We're going to bring the master volume back up. Sound effects. All right. I'll get that music turned way down. Well, we go ahead and turn that music off. We really don't need it. And quite honestly, it just drives me crazy sometimes when I'm trying to explain something or talk. Welcome from the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Tyler, Texas. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Sid Meier's Civilization 6, because I'm not sure how much of that was heard over that music. My gracious, that was loud. All right, confirm. All right, I say confirm. Go back. All right, we're going to start with create a game. Anybody just starting this game, your best option, in my opinion, is to start a single player game and then go down here to create a game. Okay? Now, I normally go with the standards, and I always go to advanced setup. Reason I do that is because, okay, you got your leader. Okay, your leader can be any number of people. Okay, you can be Catherine, Cleopatra, Frederick, Gunday, Gilgamesh, George, Harold, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Hojo, you can be Montezuma, Memphis, Pedro. I like playing Pedro. You can be Philip, Peter, Pierces, Quinshin, Hung, however, whatever. You can be all kind of people here. You can be Teddy Roosevelt, you know. It is what it is. And it don't matter which one you choose. Sometimes I like playing Victoria, be honest with you. I'll tell you another good one that I like. I like this guy up here, this here Gunday. He's pretty good. You will find in the game many people on Facebook, many people on YouTube talk about Civilization 6. Well, let's talk about it real quick. Well, no, not real quick. I tell you what, I love some of these kids, and uh, don't take that the wrong way. Kids to me are anybody that's young enough to be my child. All right, I've got grandchildren older than some of these people. They'll get on here and they'll just start talking a mile a minute, and they won't shut up. I mean, if I talk that much, that long, in one stretch, I'd need a gallon of water. Okay, I don't know what it is with people thinking they've got to talk a mile a minute, where you concentrate so much on what they're saying that you miss everything, or a lot of it. I do. Uh, we're going to play a short period. We're going to play the first 60 turns, okay? And I think we will start with, oh, I don't know. Let me see here. Well, I'll start with Montezuma. All right, that's our character. And I suggest for anybody first starting the game, make it easy on yourself. Because after all, you are just learning. Okay? So what we're going to do is we'll X out all but four opponents. Okay? Now you can random leader, or you can choose. Well, put that guy there. I'll put Cleo in there. We'll put Peter in there. And we might as well put Catherine in there. Okay. There you go. And city states. City states are uh, not opponents so much, but they all help or hurt depending. We'll go with max, which is 14. Okay. And we're going to come down here. Barbarian clan mode. You do not want that. Not when you're first learning. Okay. Now you're going to come down here. Save configuration. Save. Now we'll come back. You don't want. You can play with no barbarians, but quite honestly, it's no fun. No duplicate civilizations. No duplicate leaders. Team share visible. You want that. Okay? So we'll save that. Save and go back. Okay. Now, I'll go back one more. Advanced settings. Oh, I screwed something up. See, it happens. Continents. I always go with true start local location on Earth. Okay? It's a huge map. Some people say start with a small map. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that, but I like going with true start because I don't care where you're at in the world. The one thing you know is the world map. You may not know exact cities, etc., but you know the world map. You can look at the world map and you know what you're looking at. Okay, select map, and we'll start the game. Now, being a turn-based game, it does...
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Tlatoani Montezuma, keep your eagle warriors happy and fed, and they will forever fight for your cause. As your Aztec empire unfurls across the land, you will never want for people to raise your walls, for you will be blessed with new loyal workers as you conquer those around you. Go forth, Hutzliapuchli calls.
Wanted to stay quiet so you could hear that. Who is Hutzliapuchli? Anybody know? The Aztec goddess, god of war, yes. All right. Now, we are waiting for the game to load. There are several ways to play the game. But the way I play is to win. All right, begin game. All right, now a lot of people won't do this, but I do. A lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta make your city right away. If you don't make your city right away, you lose a turn or lose 2 turns or whatever." 2 turns are not going to determine the game. It just won't do it. All right. Now, when I play this particular character, I always like to come right here, and then I take my warrior and I come up here because I know the map. I always come up here because there's a friendly tribe up here and I can gain resources. Alright, so this is turn 1. I wait for everybody to make their turn. Boom. Alright. Now, the reason I pulled off of this is that's a mine. If I was to build my city there, I can't build a mine there. So, I'll go ahead and build my city. And see, whatever that word is, I don't try to read them too often because I'm not that well of a reader. Okay, what you can do is you can come here and come to the notepad and you can change the name right there. Okay, just for the sake of doing it, we're going to bring it all the way back up, and we're going to call it Alright, we're gonna call it, let's say, a bliss. Alright, that's what we'll call it. Then just hit the X, and your name changes. Alright, most of the time, I don't even change the names. I really don't. Okay, we'll take our second turn. Now here, alright, you can build a monument right away if you want. If you want. It does help the city. But we do have barbarians. So, what I think I'll do is I'll build me a swinger. And then I'll come to the research. Now, when you look at research, at the first, your main goal is to boost everything you can in the first, 5 or 8 turns of coming to this map. Okay? Very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on irrigation. I need pottery first. So we'll do pottery and then it'll do the irrigation, which is great for farms and planting things. So, boom. Turn 3.
Our explorers have spotted another friendly tribal village. I suggest we send a scout to investigate.
Okay. Now, scouts.
Just as our citizens have faith in your leadership, so they are beginning to have faith in a higher power. I think it is wise to cultivate this new way of thinking. Perhaps there is some benefit to be gained.
I went to scratch my neck and I knocked my headset off. And the dogs and mama look up like, what's going on? Alright, now, scouts, they're okay. And only okay. Yeah, they'll travel great distances. Yeah, as soon as they come up against a barbarian, they get killed off pretty easily. So I don't use a lot of scouts. So we'll go to our next turn here. This is turn 3. Okay, now we're coming into turn 4. I'll bring my warrior up here.
This military unit has proven themselves. From the experience they have gained in combat, they are eligible to be granted a promotion. How will you reward these brave souls?
Alright. So we'll come down here to the promotions available. Alright. Plus 10. Combat strength when defending against ranged attack. Or plus 7. Combat strength versus melee and range attack units. Okay. Either one is good. I have not. Other people may have. I have never got more than. I've never made it to the elite group. I've made it down here, the first three on either side, but never went all the way to elite, having all seven. No, I've not done that. So we'll go ahead and take this here, and we'll get ready to go to our next turn because there's really nothing we can do. Alright, we're in turn 5. Now I know there's nobody near me. That's one reason I set it up that way. To give myself an advantage because we're playing as somebody who has just got the game. So you want as little competition as you can have when you're learning the game. So we'll come on over here. And we'll just walk all over the map, exploring it. And we're building our slinger real quick. Three more turns and he'll be built. Now, I have seen YouTube videos where they try to explain and micro-explain every little detail. Come on, ain't none of us that dense. 90% of what you learn in this game and how to play comes within the first 60 turns. It quite honestly is a repetitive turn play game. You're making the same moves or moving the same units, building the same thing, etc., to build yourself up. First thing you need.
We have trained our first ranged unit, capable of hitting enemies from afar, while out of the range of hand-to-hand combat. Our city continues to prosper. Already our people thrive, and our population grows.
And we'll go ahead and we'll fortify the city. But we gotta choose a production. First thing I do is get me a couple of these settlers. In my opinion, you want 3 cities. And those 3 cities are going to be your main money makers, your main production, the whole 9 yards. The game
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Very repetitive and very competitive. You can play online with other people. And boy, there are some people I can't touch. They're that good. I've been playing this game off and on for 20 years, 25 years. But actually making a video of it, this will be my first. Alright, we're taking our turn number 11. And usually in the first 60 turns, you know what you're doing as far as building. And you can make or break a game in the first 60 turns. Now, when you're playing against a computer, as we are now, if you got 10 cities, chances are you're going to win. You may not win in 61 turns, but if you got 10 cities by turn 60, you're doing really well. Did you know this game is getting ready to turn 8 years old? This Civilization 6. I'm pretty sure they'll have another one come out, but when, I don't know. I don't go looking for that kind of information. I'm lazy.
It would seem we have finally tracked the barbarian raiders plaguing these lands to their source. We must destroy the stronghold or risk future attacks.
Alright, we'll come up against the barbarians.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Okay. So, code of laws. Alright. You choose what you want to do. We can study craftsmanship or foreign trade. Well, I always go with foreign trade just right off the bat. Because if I trade with another civilization or a city-state, then I can up my stores and up my army, everything that way. So I always go for foreign trade units. So I study that. We're still working on the irrigation. Now we gotta fill the slot. Here's where it gets tricky. Government. I don't know how many of you ever took government in school. It gets complicated real quick. But this sort of simplifies it. Alright? +5 unit combat strength when fighting barbarians. Well, we know in the beginning of the game we have more chance of running up against barbarians. And we know we just met some barbarians that we got to have battle with. So I'm going to put that in there just to give you the extra strength. Alright. And yes, I know people wherever they are, you have your own religious beliefs. Okay? In this game, It doesn't matter. It's a game, okay? It's a game. Now you can get one faith and one gold in the capital city each turn, or no, one faith and one gold in the capital city for taking God King. Urban planning is one production in all cities. Okay? I don't know about you and your gameplay, but I want one production in all cities. Okay? So we choose that and we confirm it. Boom. Now that will change as the game goes on. Next turn. Turn number 16. Alright, we're getting ready to come up against these barbarians. Okay. Next turn. We'll come up against them until we knock them out. Or until we need to repair one or the other. And we'll go to the next turn. We won. I took their encampment. Now look here, we're starting to see some things. I got tobacco here, I got tobacco there, I got fish, I got crabs. No, I don't have crabs, but you know what I mean. Alright, Mark. I know my brother. You got deer. And we'll go to the next turn. And we'll go ahead and repair our unit. And go to the next turn. Alright, so we've got a settler here. I've got a swinger. We'll join them together. That way my settler is not defenseless. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to right there. 4 turns. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Let's go to granary. And we'll go next turn. When you're starting out,
We have discovered a city-state. Establishing diplomatic relations with them will surely be beneficial for our empire. Perhaps we should send them an envoy.
that's
There are
what.
several different types of city-states, and each may provide different benefits in return for our friendship. Our government, over time, will allow us to earn envoys to grow these relationships.
Next turn. I'm going to tell you why I've done that here in a second. We'll explain that a little bit.
The number of faithful has grown, and it is time for us to define our beliefs.
Alright, what we're going to believe in, okay? You got the desert folklore. Holy site districts get 1 faith. from all adjacent desert tiles. I'm not going to read each and every one of these. My reading skills are not that great. But, like here, God of the Forge, plus 25 production toward ancient and classic military units. That's good to have right now. Religious settlements. Borders expansion rate is plus 15 higher. 15%. So it means my borders will extend out 15 times faster, 15% faster than normal. God of War gives me a bonus faith equal to 50% of the strength of each combat unit killed within 8 tiles of Holy District on standard speed. I've played several. I like this one here. Is the +1 great person point for holy sites, prophets, and campus scientists and theater square writer districts. Okay, that's good. But I have found for my gameplay, I usually go with Monuments to the Gods with a 15% production toward ancient and classical era wonders. Okay. Because that's going to come in handy real quick. Okay, now I'm where I wanted to be. I build my city. Boom. Texcoco. I'm going to get him built. He's building a monument.
The man who has grit enough to bring about the afforestation or the irrigation of a country is not less worthy of honor than its conqueror.
I find these sayings by different people interesting. That's why I keep quiet and let you hear them. Alright, that will come up here. We're just going to explore the map a little bit. Now, we need to open the tech tree. And see, I got to get all this up pretty quick. Well, there's only one thing I know to do is go to archery next. Because I've got to have a good army. A good army is imperative. You're in a turn-based war game. If you don't have an army, a military of some kind, you will be overrun. Okay, we're going on. We're in turn number 25. And another thing you can do, you come down here, you can go on this plus bar, and you hit this little arrow, and it puts him to automatic mode. He will go and go and go until he runs into barbarians, and then you got to make a decision to run or fight. Okay? Because it just makes the game go a little quicker, and you really don't want to be bored. And see, then you can concentrate. See, it cost me 11 turns to build another settlement. And like I said, you want at least 3 cities in your first 60 turns. 4, 5 cities would even be better. But I don't see anybody getting more than 5 cities in a 60 turns. I just don't see it. If there's a way, I don't know it. I've been playing this game for years. I enjoy it. A lot of times, I tell my wife, I say, I'm going to go rule the world. And
I'm fond of pigs.
Just sit back, I
Dogs
chill.
look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
I just enjoy myself.
It is best to use caution when moving close.
I just enjoy it. I'm sorry I cut that last one a little short. I play it so
That's
much.
the positive aspect of trade, I suppose. The world gets stirred up together.
I get caught up in the game and I cut it out because I've heard it all so many times. Alright. I'm going to come back here. But I'm going to try to let you listen to the most of it. So we got foreign trade done. And this here I just pretty much go back and forth, up and down and up, whatever, and work my way through it. And there are times I just put it all to automatic, and the way you do that, you come over here, I choose whatever I want. Any one of these. Or I come all the way here, I click that and it will do it automatically at its discretion. But for the sake of learning the game, we're going to go right here and go with it. Because this is like for a newbie. Those of you who are more advanced, well, you can either agree with me or you don't agree with me. It's about all there is to it. I'm just trying to get this out there for somebody just learning that doesn't want to sit there and try to figure out what somebody's saying at 100 miles an hour. Now, as we get...
Your Grace, I worry about the happiness of our citizens. I would advise that we investigate a means of increasing their contentment.
As we get more into the game, there'll be less of the trying to explain it as to this, that, or the other. It'll be more just the gameplay. And the reason The reason that game decides I want to do something else. The reason I built this city here for the resources. Alright, I got a copper mine there, marble mine, a marble mine. I got grassland with horses on it, rice field, and tobacco up here. And that way it don't take me long to get those areas. Next turn. Barbarian boat attacked me. And the only way to protect these guys is to move them back or move them into the city. I'm gonna move them into the city. The way I can heal them up, and I ain't got to worry about them getting killed. Because I need them for my settler here in a couple turns. Now you see that city-state just killed that explorer. Okay, one turn and I got my settler. We'll lock them together so if I run into a barbarian, I got some defense. And what we're going to do, we'll come right there. Because I want these resources. Let's get our hanging gardens. I'll buy that. And I'll build my hanging gardens. Hopefully I can build it in the 16 turns before somebody else has it built. Now, these world wonders, they're only one building built. Once they're built,
May the forces of
they're
evil
built.
become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
Only one city, one civilization can own any said wonder. And they all have their benefits. See, like right now, it's just telling me that this is a river cliff spot. There's nothing built there. It's being built. But until it's built, they're not going to say anything about it. Now, defense. I must have masonry. So let's grab it. That way I can build city walls. And the city can defend itself. Next turn. This is turn number 39.
Though our population grows, there is little room for our newer citizens. We should find a way to add more housing to this city.
Nothing to do anywhere, so we'll take our next turn. Let's go look at our guys real quick, okay? What they doing up here? Look at all this that they have discovered. All right. Next turn. And they will probably run into barbarians here or here.
Who deserves more credit than the wife of a coal miner?
And every civilization, no matter what leader you have, okay, they all learn that they're, one may learn hunting and fishing easy, the other one may not. Depends on their area of expertise. I'm not a real good explainer, but I get the job done. Some people sit there for hours practicing what they're going to say, and some of them don't. They
Without
just rattle it
craftsmanship,
off.
inspiration is a mere reed shaken in the wind.
Me? I just better at playing the game. It's not what I know, I just know it, alright? Alright. You gotta watch who you play with. You got people out here that they've played the game long enough, they're good enough at the game, they play cutthroat. Yeah, I guess that's the way to win. But I like the building it up. I like the strategy side of it more than I like the actual mayhem, go in there and just kill everything. That's not particularly my favorite gameplay. Alright, let's get our trader started. There we are, turn 45, we have 3 cities. And that's what I was hoping to have. Okay. And we're going to put him on alert. Actually, what we're going to do, put him on repair. I'm going to build everything up now. I've got my 3 major cities. And we're going to sit here and we're going to make it work. A lot of it's just, we've got everything being built. You know, you're building this, you're building that. A lot of it is you just sit here and click the buttons, hit next turn, next turn, next turn. Alright, see, they're healed, so they'll go on alert. They won't do nothing till a barbarian or someone else comes close to them. Alright. These cities are pretty much defenseless. Got a bunch of barbarians here, but they're not attacking, they're just threatening. So they hit next turn. Get me a Tootsie Roll. Hit next turn. We are in turn 50. Alright, we come up against these barbarians. Not where I said they would, but fairly close. Okay, so we'll zoom in. We'll attack them. Next turn.
It was luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
We'll attack again. Four turns, and the granary will be finished. Three turns, the hanging gardens will be finished. And as the game continues, the wait period increases. Not like a lot of games. Oh, it takes 2 days, 3 days, 12 hours, whatever. No. But it does increase a little bit. Alright, what we get? It pulled me out of there, but I got something out of it. Man, I like a Tootsie Roll.
Your Grace, we have obtained greater knowledge in the art of building static fortifications. Building walls around our cities will not only make them stronger against a foreign invader, but will also allow them to bombard nearby enemies.
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting a column, or cutting a piece of stained glass in the construction of something much bigger than ourselves.
They need to heal up. Alright, next technology we're going to go for is writing.
The ascent to the highest story is by stairs, and at their side are water engines, by means of which persons, appointed expressly for the purpose, are continually employed in raising water from the Euphrates into the garden. Mysticism is the mistake of an accidental and individual symbol for a universal one.
So we gotta make production here. But first we gotta go over here and choose another. There, we'll choose that one. We're studying drama and poetry. Alright. Then we'll build our walls. Put them back on alert. Send our first envoy. All right. Making friends with that city-state right there. I'm not the greatest, don't claim to be, but you've seen a little bit how I play. We are on turn 54. So this video will be over relatively shortly. I wiped them all out. Boom. This one here, 12, but see what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, I'm going to say purchase. Okay, yes I can buy me an archer. I will buy him. So I can get rid of these barbarians. Now, back in the beginning, you could choose no barbarians. Remember how I showed you that? But I like to play with them because it just makes more interesting for me. Sometimes I go with barbarian clans where they actually build cities. Yeah, it can get very difficult, or you can make it very easy. It can be you and one other computer person. No barbarians. No city-states. Whatever. Just get in here, enjoy your time, and to play an entire game, no matter which way you go, is going to take you a bit of time. Under normal play, a game might last me 4 or 5 weeks to play the entire game. It may take me little 20-30 hours to sit down and start playing the game and not stopping until the game was won. I've never done it. You're talking hours. Hours. Many hours. They got me. That's okay.
We have recently gained advanced knowledge in city planning. Creating districts in our cities can be much more powerful and lucrative than simple improvements like farms and mines.
Writing means sharing. It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Thoughts, ideas, opinions.
There we go, that's 59 turns. There is 60 turns. So, on a recap, in 60 turns, we have 3 cities that are going to be our major cities. We've got 2 defense troops, 1 wall about to be finished, and 1 Great Pyramid type thing. Well, it's not the Great Pyramid, it's the Hanging Gardens. So, next video we get into, we will have, we'll get started on builders, having them make farmland and mines and whatnots that are needed to help grow. We're also going to need to get some roads going because we don't have none yet. Alright? Alright. Well, that's my starting of the game right there, the way I normally do most of the time. I know I'm not the greatest explainer, but I sure hope you was able to take something from what I said and apply it to your adventure in Civilization 6. Alright? Alright, y'all be careful. Y'all be kind. May God bless you and keep you.